Hi friends, my name is Godwin Emmanuel, an apostle of the youth, evangelist, and popularly known as Mr. Reflex. And I'm here to talk about a topic which is very important to everyone and also the nation and the world as a whole. I'll be talking on shortly on a topic titled mental poverty. Now, when we look at the word mental poverty, most of us think of just a disorderliness in the brain. But mental poverty is far deep than that. It talks about what exactly is mental poverty. Mental poverty is an impoverished mind, a state and a condition where there are limited educational resources. So many people are suffering from mental poverty. A lot of people are poor in Africa. We have large percentage of poor people in Africa, not because Africans are not blessed with resources, especially Nigeria, but because the large number of Africans have what mental are suffering from what mental poverty. Now let me give you a good example. Now you see somebody working in a company like teaching enterprises for 15 years without making any progress, collecting the same salary, the same position for many years. And when you ask this kind of people that why will you be working, why can't you start your own thing, they will tell you that where is that job? There are no jobs in Lagos. Whereas there are several jobs they can create for themselves that will not even need much finance, that will even need just their skill. And this is mental poverty, and that's why you see that people find it difficult to progress in life. You know why? Because what? They don't have that capability. Their mind is not mentally sound. Because a person with a mentally sound mind will know that what it life is all about risk, and all you need to do is to take a step. Now somebody start a school. I'm an educationist for profession, and I'm also a preacher and a public speaker too. Now somebody starts a school. The person that started a school never started on a platter of gold. He or she started from small. Now it will only take a person with a sound mind to think of I can run a school on my own. I've heard the story of someone that started a school in a room, designed the flyers, did everything, and as time goes on, he started having one, two people. From there, he moved to a better land to establish, to make his school bigger. But many people are mentally poor. They don't have their mind, their thinking ability is low. You that and these are how do you know somebody who is mentally poor? People that will say there are no jobs. People that will say no job in Nigeria, how can I do this? I can't do this. Or when you see anybody that is always pessimistic in statement, that speak negativity every time, that person is suffering from what? Mental poverty. Lest I forget, our nation today, it is as a result of mental poverty that will make anybody coming into government to think that all he can do is to embezzle. And you hear them saying, after all, nobody can do it right because our forefathers have not been doing it right. After all, that have been the gimmicks of politics. It is as a result of mental poverty you see Nigerian politicians seeing politics as a business of looting fund. Seriously, without fear or favor, Nigerian government is suffering from mental poverty. Go to countries where things are working right. You find out that all they want to do is to make the country better, is to do things that will affect the lives of people positively, to fixing necessary things that will benefit the nation. But what we have here is people suffering from mental disability, and the same people will come up to start teaching people on what they don't know. Now, as human, how can you come out of this mental poverty? Now, let's look at the effect of this mental poverty. Number one, mental poverty can lead to financial poverty. See, I tell people the most dangerous sickness anybody can have on earth is mental poverty. And riches, people see riches as maybe money. Money is not riches. Riches has to do with what? Accumulation of ideas. I repeat, riches is the accumulation of ideas. A person that has lots of ideas is rich. Now, if I give someone 100 million naira, A person that has nothing in there, that doesn't even have any idea, 100 million naira, that person is still poor. Because the person will waste the 100 million naira on nothing, and the person will still go back to square one. I've seen people like some of these so-called Yahoo boys that win 12 million naira. I mean, that will do people of 12 million naira, 50 million naira, and at the end, what do they use it for? Girls, clubs, and when they waste the money, you now see them begging again. Now, where am I going? A mentally poor person is a person that is filled with ideas. Now, this is a person that when the person have ideas, he can create an idea. Even with little finance, the person can start and establish himself. Let me give you a good example. Now, we can talk about people like Mark Zuckerberg, people like Bill Gates, people like Abraham Lincoln, the great Abraham Lincoln, one of the greatest American presidents, and so many of them. Now you will find out that these people came out from very poor background, but because they never allow their background to affect their thinking, they were full of ideas. They are people with rich ideas. They are people that believe that they can progress in life, and they are never pessimistic. They were able to break records in their field, and they became successful in life. Now, when you are mentally poor, you will be poor forever. Even if somebody give you millions, you will never do well with you. You know why? Because your brain is poor. Your thinking is poor. Your ability will also be poor, because it is your mentality that affects your ability. Number two, mental poverty can lead to what? Loss of hope. Now, a person that is mentally poor will never have hope in life. These are people that will tell you that, abeg, let me just manage this job I'm doing. After all, there are no jobs in Nigeria. When young people are coming up with ideas, you see young people creating things, and they are making it in life. In fact, there are so many online businesses that is better than Yahoo. So many online businesses, and you see this kind of poor people going to Yahoo Plus, and they'll be telling you Yahoo is. I see someone that dropped out of school because of Yahoo. In fact, I can say without fear of favor, all Yahoo boys are mentally poor people. Quote me anywhere. Now again, you will not have hope, because you have what? A mentally poor person is a person that feels that nothing can come out of him or her or her. Now, like the portion of the Bible that said, can anything come out of this person or of this? That means that these are people that will feel that nothing good can come out of me. And you are getting what I'm saying now. Then again, a mentally poor person will have what? Mental poverty can lead to what? Pessimism. What is pessimism? Low negativity. These are people that everything they do in life, I've seen people that even when you bring idea, they'll say, how possible? Oh, guy, it can't work out. In fact, when you're a person with ideas and you see people telling you cannot work out, anybody that tells you that the idea you are bringing cannot work out, run out for the person. These are mentally poor people. They can't see what you are seeing, because a mentally rich person, wealthy person will always have what? Will be positive. Even when it is not working, you will see that working. Michael Faraday said he has not failed 1,000 times, but he has just found 1,000 ways that could not work. He tried creating electricity or whatever he created for 1,000 times, and it was the 1,000th time that he got it right. Are you mentally poor today? Hear me. You can be rich. Your background does not determine where you are coming, does not determine where you are going. Where you are coming from, you might be coming from Abraham Lincoln came out from what they call cabinet, a house made with what? With wood. That was where he was born. And today, Americans can never talk about progress without mentioning Abraham Lincoln. Mark Zuckerberg was a very rich one. At the age of 23, he made wealth. And Mark Zuckerberg is one of the richest men in the world. Talk about so many of them. Talk about Bill Gates. Talk about so many that you can talk about today. Now, again, mental poverty can also lead to a low thinking ability. When you are mentally poor, your thinking ability will be low. Great people are people who are deep thinkers. You can't get ideas without thinking deep. There are people that takes time to meditate and think, and people that are poor mentally can never meditate. In fact, their meditation will be depression. Then again, mental poverty can also lead to depression. When you are mentally poor, now why will a person commit murder? A person that commits murder is a person that is depressed. And depressed will come out of what? Mental poverty. Because no matter the problem you're facing in life, there is always a solution. It might take time, but by the time you keep working and praying, you get solution out of it. It is also as a result of mental poverty that will make somebody to depress, and mental poverty lead to depression, and depression lead to death. And I hope you know suicide is a sin. If you kill yourself, straight to hellfire. There's no heaven. If I like being the best man on earth, so far you have committed, because nobody created himself. Now again, what are the solutions to this mental poverty? Number one, reading. Even when you are going through challenges, find books. Sometimes the reason why, now a white man, there's a person that said, a white person said, if you want to hide great ideas from Africans, put it down in a book. You will notice that people that don't read suffer from mental poverty. But what can help you to be improved mentally? What ideas do you receive into your memory? What kind of friends do you keep? There are friends that are negative friends. There are friends that are friends with poor ideas. Now, when you read, always move with people that are enlightened. Mix with people that have made it in life. Mix with people with rich brain. It helps to boost your mental ability. Sometimes when you are depressed, talk to a counselor. It can go a long way to help you out. See, life is more spiritual than people see it. Mental poverty is the deadly spiritual disease people are facing these days. And you see thousands of people committing suicide every day. Now, what am I bringing out from this? You can be better than the way you are. All you need is just a thinking ability. Read more. Read books. Now, one thing I will not forget is pray. When you read, you pray. Because prayer goes a long way to help you, because nobody can be better than God. And I think with this few information I've given to you, it can go a long way to help you. I want to tell you, your background does not determine your future. Improve your mentality, your level of thinking. And I will indulge all the politicians today that are contesting for 2023 election to know that the only way they can help this nation is to have a good thinking ability, and not to get there and embezzle our fund. Thank you. My name still remains Godwin Emmanuel, an apostle of the gospel. Until next time you hear from me again, bye and God bless.